Hello everyone and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. I'm your host, MugiwaraJM, and it looks like I'm just going a little alone for now because I don't think Christine knows that I'm streaming yet. But when we last left off, we finished the first dungeon, finished off the first boss, did a little bit of bonding, and now we're gonna be doing pretty much a lot of that till the Sanctus announcement in 3 days. Also, it's my in-game birthday. Something to buy from the knowledgeable man in the honeybee inn.
What is it? Amazing. Fancy a bit of info.
Lord of Tradia Desert.
One in on this.
You surely heard of that stretch of desert to the south of here. That's Tradia Desert. It lies beyond the large gate. Most travelers and cargo arrive at Grand Trat after making their way through the desert. Consequently, there's no shortage of people who have been attacked while traveling through it. They're harassed on the journey by swarms of Volmo and giant monstrous birds. The threats are too numerous to name, but the worst is the man-eater Manjula. Word is, not only does its breath burn like fire, it also spreads a foul poison. If you fight it, you should also be wary of its howl. In addition to being resistant to heat, fire magic is ineffective against it. The blaze only invigorates it, so mind your tactics. Conversely, it's also susceptible to the cold, meaning ice magic is effective against it. You'd best remember that and prepare accordingly. That's about all I know. Unless you want to end up as another set of bones being bleached by the desert sun, you better know when to run.
Amazing. What is it?
Say there. Say there.
You should have picked up plenty of Hero's Incest and Hero's Fruit at the Cathedral Bellevue Corridor. You want to use them now to make the Archetype Healer to rank 10. It can be done on any character, so pick whoever has the currently highest level, then go visit more in Academia. Alright?
What now? Found new power. What is it? Oh, I am good. Aha. Now, where was I? Well. Incredible. All right. Fascinating. What kind of
memory is it? Occurs to me that I can conduct research on the archetypes in the past as well.
Huh?
Research on archetypes? It is precisely this power that could make a real utopia like my novelized vision. Yes, it is more than feasible. However, that fool of a king turned his eyes from the utopia I dreamed of. The book you carry in this library's vast knowledge, all condemned by his decree. Ultimately, I was locked in these chambers, shut away in secret, and, most outrageously, killed. I've been alone ever since. Except for my feline companion Plateau, of course. I believe I would die here never knowing who I was. It was because of that fear I immersed myself in research. I hoped I might leave some proof that I once lived. Yet that too came to a standstill.
In truth.
And then you appeared. You were giving me an opportunity to not just research again, but to regain my life. Frankly, I hesitated to expect anything at all. We saw no developments here. I was prepared to finally give up.
However,
the miracle of my memory returning has convinced me. This power of archetypes is the original magic, and it may shake the foundation of all we know. It can change the world.
Yeah.
And I'll prove it.
I see.
I can already see we'll make a fine team. And as for your part, you'll be needing a power that can oppose Luis. Let us continue our research further, that you might reach the apex of your abilities.
I look forward to continuing our research. How delightful.
Appears that nurturing archetypes result in a deeper bond between you and academia as well. I believe you are now at a point where you will find use in this. It's an igniter that will allow you and I, as fellow seekers, to share our consciousness even when we're apart.
This right here.
So long as you have this, you can study archetypes from anywhere you like. However, when you've completed the research task, I would still ask you to come talk to me directly in academia. Pressing triangle along the main menu will move you directly to the archetype tree. You can study archetypes at any time without going to academia. I do require your power in developing my research, not to mention, I value the time I get to spend speaking with you.
Well then.
To change the world, we must examine things from a different angle. Your next research task is to study the heroic embodiment of the gunner. If you haven't yet acquired the gunner, perhaps you'll need to form a bond with someone more mechanically minded. I'm sure it will help you hone your virtues, along with other meaningful opportunities.
This one's important.
Until next we meet.
Marvelous. Already I can barely contain my fascination. My mind races for the first time in ages. I am counting on you.
Ah, how good of you to come. I see. Fascinating. This right here.
The merchant, he looks funny.
All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
A new power to wield.
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I see. I've acquired a new power.
What now?
I've been waiting.
This should do it. What now?
I shall show you what true magic is. A new means of protection.
Welcome. All right.
I shall show you.
What now?
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
First, pet the kitty.
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
Oh, it's this damn private army.
What now? All right then. Let's head there right away.
But come off it. Hey. Yep. This place. Let's go.
Monsters seem to be on the rise, even this close to the capital. It doesn't take long to feel like you're really in the wild.
Yes.
Present times make the capital a popular travel destination. We cannot stand idly by. This bounty apparently leads a pack of wild dogs with something called the Manjula.
Just a sec.
Wait, was that monster just now? It approached because it sensed us?
So apparently...
It's like it checked up on us and then ran back.
Well then,
Let's just focus on the smaller curs. You can't ignore us forever.
Yes.
So you aim to lure it out. A good plan as any, so let's be quick about it. Some bounty requests require a number of enemies to be killed before you can fight the main target. Once you defeat the number of required enemies, the bounty will appear. Make sure you're prepared for the real battle to begin.
Push through!
Get ready, everyone.
All right, how's that?
We got this.
All right.
here we go.
We got this. I think we'll be okay if we made it this far. Probably.
Come on! Cat! All right, how's that?
Look.
This is something huge that's headed right for us. Seems like messing with this pack made it really angry.
All right.
Finally appeared. Damn, it's huge. Between the worms and this guy, the people in town are essentially trapped. One certainly expects the beast in the desert, but for something like this to appear? No kidding. This is the type of fellow the city can guard can handle. Gotta do something.
Stay present. and
Watch
focused.
yourself. This is no mere worm or dog. Yeah, I can see that just fine.
Get ready.
Here it comes. Brace yourselves.
Ice!
You hit their weakness.
Wealth is its own
That's your
weapon.
opening, Captain.
Stronger than a sword at times. Merchant! Let me rethink this.
Oh, you are not the merchant.
Bastard!
You hit their weak point.
Is everyone all right? With blade in hand. Oh,
You're
shards
supposed to
of
be the
ice.
brawler, but okay.
Hulkenberg got them right
Let's
in
stay
their
calm.
weak spot.
Mage! Freeze!
I can't afford.
By the sworn oath of knighthood, come! Freeze! What was that tactic? Is that all?
Hulkenberg, your attack power's dropped.
Ice!
You hit their weakness.
I shall fuck.
That's your opening, Captain. You've got a
I
bunch of
stand with
ailments slowing you
blade in
down,
hand.
Captain. Hulkenberg got them right
I
in
will
their
fight
weak
with
spot.
pride. Mage! Freeze!
Stroll,
Wealth
they
is its
got you
own
with
weapon.
multiple ailments.
Stronger than a sword.
You hit their weak point.
Is
Keep it
everyone
up, Stroll. Stroll! Someone get him back on his feet! Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone heal her!
Come forth, royal soul! With healing power!
Trust needed.
Stroll got
Observe
knocked
the
out.
enemy.
Can anyone get him back on his feet?
From our provisions.
I live to see another day.
This is nothing.
Hulkenberg's badly
Not
wounded.
yet.
Someone heal her! Hulkenberg's in bad shape. She
You're
needs
not out
help.
of this yet!
Thank you.
My thanks. Wealth is its. Bastard!
Hit their weak point.
By the
Keep it up,
sworn
Stroll.
oath of night. Oh, shards of ice.
Hulkenberg got them right
I'll
in
show
their
you the
weak
essence
spot.
of truth. By this power! Ice!
You hit their weakness.
Now,
That's your opening, Captain.
Poison!
Stroll's
done it.
badly wounded. Can anyone heal
my
him?
best
I got Stroll.
wasn't enough.
Someone get him back on his feet.
Here.
The
I
Captain's
live to see
poisoned.
another
Let's
day.
go.
We better cure that before the
With
pain
healing
sets in.
power!
I'm obliged.
I owe you.
Is that all?
The Captain's poisoned. We better cure that before the pain sets in. Stroll,
Is everyone all
they
right?
got you with multiple ailments.
Justice prevail.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Poison in my veins. This'll do.
Hulkenberg,
I shall fight
you've
as
got
the noble
several
I am.
ailments slowing you down.
Merchant! No, not this.
Hit their weak point.
I
Keep it up,
stand
Stroll.
ready. There.
You've got a bunch of
okay.
ailments
I
slowing
won't
you
hold
down,
back.
Captain.
Thank you.
No
My
chances.
thanks.
Look out! Only a flesh wound. This is nothing.
Bastard!
Hit their weak point.
Is
Keep
everyone
it up,
all right?
Stroll.
For all that we strive for!
Hulkenberg got them right
Let's
in their
stay calm.
weak spot.
By this power! Freeze!
That'll do. I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
I continue to grow.
Right. I could get used to this.
However,
If this bounty had been left unaddressed, the military must be truly short-handed.
Even so.
True, and while I'm glad we can profit from it, this sort of thing really is their responsibility.
yes.
I could not agree more. At least the threat to this area has been neutralized. For now, anyway.
Right.
Absolutely. That's enough for now. Let's go report it at the recruitment center.
What do you think?
Leave it to us now that we return to the entrance. Let's explore a little bit.
Say,
Oh,
what now?
Brawler!
Ah!
This is bad. They're onto us.
that should come in handy. Pocket it. There they go.
Oh, they saw us.
Ah!
Watch out. We've been spotted. Yep.
Ah! Ah!
Looks like we lost him.
Whoa, look at that.
What now?
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Really?
Oh,
New skills, new possibilities.
Merchant!
Merchant!
You see use for it? I say take it with you.
Amazing! Great news back there.
Let's push through!
I knew you could do it.
All right, how's that?
Right, we did it!
Come on!
If you see use for it, I say take it with you.
Amazing! Great moves back there. Great job. Keep it.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful. We've been spotted. On your guard.
All right, how's that?
Exemplary.
My archetype's abilities feel stronger.
Come on!
Amazing! Great moves back there.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
Watch out! We've been spotted!
Exemplary.
All right, how's that?
Nice! You're gaining strength!
Come on!
Yeah! Nice work! All right! We did it!
All right, how's that?
Hey, good one.
Draw steel. We are spotted.
Amazing! Great moves back
Let's
there.
push through!
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
Very impressive.
Draw steel. We are spotted.
They found us! Get ready, everyone!
That was brilliant.
Exemplary.
Oh. You'll come again.
All right, how's
That
that?
could come in handy. Pocket it!
Let's push through!
If you see use for it, I say take it
Come
with
on!
you.
We cannot avoid this fight. Stand ready.
That was brilliant.
Looks like they found us!
All right, how's that?
Get
Let's
ready,
push through!
Amazing! Great moves back there. Whew. That should do it.
Come on!
Very impressive.
Yeah! Nice work!
My archetype's abilities feel stronger.
Exemplary.
Watch out! We've been spotted!
I can feel the power coursing through.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
All right, how's that?
Amazing! Great moves back there. All right, we did it!
I am imagine that would be of use.
Oh, I think they see us.
Let's push through.
Hey, good one.
Come on.
Amazing! Great
All
moves
right.
back there.
How's that?
We've been spotted. On your guard.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
They noticed us.
Come on.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
All right. How's that?
They saw us.
Let's push through.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Exemplary.
I think we shook them. We should be safe.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
All right. How's that?
Amazing!
Draw steel. We are spotted.
Cat. We won't lose this
You
fight.
face the knight errant Halkenberg.
No.
I can't.
Observe the enemy. Not this one. How's that?
There they go! I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Alright, so the guide is advising that I grind for a bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this till about 9 o'clock.
Oh. You'll come again.
But I'm going to avoid the cockatrice because that thing is level 46.
Oh, they saw us. Hey, good one.
Oh, I think they see us.
All right. How's that?
Amazing! Great moves back
Come
there.
on.
Yeah, nice work. They saw us. On your toes, everyone.
Let's push through.
I can feel my power growing.
All right. How's that?
Yeah, nice work.
Come on.
Such skill.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
All right. How's that? Through. All right.
Did it.
How's that?
There they go.
I think we're in the clear.
Come on.
Exemplary.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
All right. How's that?
Useful, I say grab it.
Let's push through.
Hey, great job. Step in the
Cat.
right direction. I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
All right. How's
Very
that?
impressive.
Impressive as ever.
Great find. Keep it. Oh, I think they see us.
Come on.
Hey, good one.
Let's push through.
That might be of use later.
Come on.
Such skill.
I knew you could do it.
Very impressive.
Yeah, nice work.
They're onto us.
All right. How's that? Push through.
Such skill.
Watch out. We've been spotted. Hey, great job.
Victory is ours, and safety hard won.
I knew you could do it.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Yeah, nice work.
We've shaken them. It ought to be safe now.
Oh, they saw us.
Let's keep moving.
Whew. That should do it.
Alright, one more round of that should do it.
Oh. You'll come again.
They saw us! On your toes, everyone!
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
I imagine that would be of use. You found something. Let's take it with us.
Hey! Great job!
I can feel the power coursing through me.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
All right, how's that? Yeah, come on!
That was brilliant.
They've noticed us.
My archetype's abilities feel stronger.
Let's push through!
Amazing!
All
Great
right,
work back there!
how's that?
Hey! Great job!
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Yeah! Nice work! Hey! You found something!
Very impressive.
Exemplary.
Yeah! Nice work!
Very impressive.
Impressive as ever.
Watch out! We've been spotted!
Impressive as ever.
Hey, good one.
No! He found us! If it's useful, I say grab it!
Let's push through!
Nice! I bet we'll find a use for that!
Such skill.
Yeah! Nice work!
Come on!
Hey! Great job!
How's that? Yeah,
Brilliant.
There they go!
let's push
Very
through!
impressive.
Come on!
Yeah! Nice work!
They've noticed us.
Oh, they saw us.
Is that the end then? They've cleared the way. Such skill.
Let's push through!
That was brilliant.
All right, how's that?
I knew you could do it!
Come on!
That was brilliant.
I shall strive to use this power wisely. Impressive as ever.
Let's push through.
That'll do it.
Come on.
All right, we did it! Oh, I think they see us.
Let's push through.
I can feel the power coursing through me.
Oh no.
Would seem they are off our trail for the time being.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Nice! And that will find a use for that.
They saw us.
I knew you could do it.
All right. How's that?
Skill.
This is bad.
Let's push
They're
through.
onto us. My archetype's ability is stronger.
All right.
If you
How's
see
that?
use for it, I say take it with you.
Let's push through.
Very impressive.
Come on.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
Exemplary. Such skill.
They saw us! On your toes, everyone!
All right. How's that?
Fine. Keep it.
Let's push through.
Hey, great job.
All right. How's
Very
that?
impressive.
Come on.
That was brilliant.
Let's push through.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
This is bad. They're onto us. Very impressive.
All right.
Hey,
How's that?
good one.
Such skill. Exemplary.
Oh, they saw us.
Come on.
Yeah, nice work.
All right. How's that?
Skill. Impressive as ever.
Come on.
Great find. Keep it.
I think we're in the clear. This is bad. They're onto us.
Nice! And that will find a use for that.
Exemplary. We cannot
All
abort the
right.
fight.
How's that?
Stand ready. Impressive as ever.
Let's push through.
Skill.
I knew you could do it.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
That looks like I need to respawning, but I think I'm done.
What now?
Let's leave. I'm tired of doing this.
What now?
Mage!
Ruler!
Knight!
Hey. Okay then. Right?
All right.
Taking down the Manjul that was terrorizing the deserts, and that bounty is all ours now. 'Tis a reward in itself to know that one less threat menaces the capital. Of course, we should collect our fair compensation, as we've most certainly earned it. Glad we're able to help people, too. Ford's announcement is just around the corner. There's no point in trying to predict what he's going to say now.
True.
To be wise to make the most of the time we have remaining. Perhaps there are others who require our aid, or we could develop our archetypes.
Guess we're splitting up.
You know, all things considered, I think we did a great job today. Let's get some food in us, and then we can hit the hay. I say we earned a rest today. Good job.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Say there.
All right then.
Let's go.
Surely not. You really managed to slay the bounty? That's certainly its rampager tale. Even the military soldiers fled from it in fear. You lot are something else. Here's the reward as promised. Take it, it's yours.
We did it. All right.
Amazing.
Really 10,000 reef here. It's ready for more contracts if they pay out well. I'm afraid you can't. I don't have any other contracts that I can offer right now. Recruitment centers in the other cities should also handle contracts. Take a look if you have the chance.
All right then.
Yeah.
Ah, it's you. Staying put like this that puts the day of calamity in mind for me. So I'm in a bit of a bind. This regards Lord Hydron, that landowner in Grand Trad my old family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumors say he's clever and not in the good way. I'm lost by how to approach him.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. He's a devout sanctus, so we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral. I was told Lord Hydra comes here often. Right on cue. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Straw, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron. But how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard of at least rumors of Hylia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray?
No.
No, I came to see you, actually. I understand full well this request may seem unreasonable, but...
Truth is,
I've come to beg the use of some of the vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Hylia reside here, sleeping on the streets. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by. And so I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people.
no.
Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
Yes.
So fate was cruel to them and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house to you before you worry about the rabble. You're right about one thing. I was a fool to ask for your aid. What about your people?
What?
Where everyone from back home?
Obviously.
Don't worry, I won't abandon my people. Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You needn't worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. Before I go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people, and no matter your stance on it, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I am sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to the harsh truths of the world capital too young. It's a pity. Yet you won't help him.
Hang on.
Maybe you should help him.
Stop.
Let's not our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet.
I'm sorry.
So sorry, Rengif. I wasn't able to persuade Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility, and that I couldn't abide.
No.
Please don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we could ask.
Yes.
Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on your rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
House Halietis must rise again from the ruin that human wrought. Restore it to its former glory, or, I should hope, to greater heights still. I'd heard you be living off the generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parents. To be brought so low, it can't have been easy for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should...
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but did you just say an inheritance? When the village was destroyed, I don't recall any mention of one. So you were unaware of it. I suspected as much given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this I have no doubt, though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia. Can you think of any leads?
Yeah.
Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so...
Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own. Alright? I'll not burden you with a wild goose chase. No, we do this together.
No.
But I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in that rubble.
Thank you.
But listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been there to keep me calm. I avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side.
Now, a new power.
Of course I'd like you to come, but...
Party can now study the Swordmaster. Nice. I doubt you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for was that you would come into your own with a worthy house. They would be so proud of how wise beyond your years you've become. Your father especially. You're just like him in that respect. I'm not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return.
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Ah, just you. Now then.
Time to walk the dog. Can't be seen coming in and out of here. You got no questions? Then get to it. I took the dog without anyone seeing and walked around the capital. Oh, he's a good boy. He seems to have taken a liking to you.
But
I can hear it from downstairs. Don't get it too excited. This is on you too, dog. A simple walk shouldn't have been enough for you to let your guard down. Oh, it's a girl. It's proof that she's smart.
oh,
I trusted you unconditionally, sight unseen. You think that makes it smart? Sure, whatever you say. Laugh.
Hopeless.
I never liked this thing, ever since the first time I laid eyes on it. It was on the side of the road, buried from the neck down, head bleeding too. Probably hit by a rock or at some point.
It's over.
Could have just given up and died, but looked into my eyes and whimpered. I hated the sight of it. You hated it?
In those days.
I was once a stray myself. My earliest memory is fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and getting bitten for my trouble. Wherever I went, I found only hunger and violence, so I robbed and stole anything and everything. I fought and I survived.
It's a living hell.
It was hell. I see.
Really?
It's beyond words. What am I doing talking to a child about this?
Just a fantasy.
Just like that dog, I let my guard down like a fool. Never mind, forget I said anything.
Sure.
Understood.
Yes.
Good, and while we're on the subject, a word of advice.
Listen.
This world is a bottomless hell, a bog of endless muck, and if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the sludge close over your head soon
Don't
enough.
ever forget
To
that.
survive, you need the strength to make your own way through that muck. Nobody can do it for you, and indeed, nobody else should. You need your own strength. And I say that's well within your powers.
Therefore,
In addition, I'd like to provide one other reward. I'm sure you're aware there's a man in town tasked with exchanging mag obtained from hunting monsters and the like. I'll put in a word with them so they're more flexible with you. Not just here in Grand Trab, but across the kingdom.
no pain can stop me now. Even then,
I shouldn't be the only one talking. You leave some secrets of yours after all that. Krios tried to kill Luis, did you not? And I imagine you're aiming for the same thing.
you there.
What are your true motives? What are you really aiming to do? To improve the country.
That's...
Your true motives, I said. Though I suppose it's not impossible you really do mean that. I can't tell what you're thinking at all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually.
I'm off.
That's all for today. Come by again when you can. I'm sure the dog will be delighted to see you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The announcement is soon.
So Fortin's grand announcement's coming tomorrow, is it? What's this proclamation of his going to be anyway? Wonder if he's going to thank us for what we did in the Grand Cathedral.
No.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Ostensibly, the state army is getting all the credit for taking down that human after all. We shall know soon enough, so there's little point in contemplating further. Until then, let's simply do what we can do as we wait for events to unfold.
Say there.
What is it? All right, then.
Let's go. Hey,
Hello there.
Now then.
All right then.
Let's go. What are you pining for?
All right then. Let's head there right away.
And what is it you want?
All right then.
Let's go.
So we're just gonna talk to the masked man on Sunset Row for a while.
What to do?
God, I am
Oh,
Greetings, Zelda boy. We don't see many of your tribe in the world capital, though we're similar in that way. Have you heard of the Mistari tribe? We too are rarely seen in the Grand Trad.
I see.
Of course. No, it's understandable. We really make ourselves known to the public, after all. So then, any interest in our history and why we live our lives secluded and suppressed? I'll share if you'd like to know. Mistari history. Learning more about them may help us better support those in need, right? Understanding different cultures and points of view might improve my tolerance. Talk to him.
Pleased to hear it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go somewhere else to chat, shall we?
Well then.
Our tribe is called the Mistari. Perhaps the most obvious part of our culture is that we wear masks, just like we have one we have on right now. Next thing you'll notice, we all have 3 eyes.
What?
3 eyes? And that goes for every Mistari? What's it like to see for you all? Our third eye cannot see things. We see the world almost exactly as you do. However, the Mistari faith is vastly different from that of other tribes. We have our own unique faith, different from the state religion, Sanctism. Is it restricted to the Mistari tribe?
About that.
That's correct. Normally, we cannot reveal our teachings to other tribes. Sanctism is a belief open to all. Perhaps that is why, at times, politics often get involved and distort this doctrine. For that reason, we refrain from revealing our faith to everyone. It's our only means of keeping our doctrine the way it should be. That doesn't sound like the best solution, but I'm guessing it's complicated. Some try to spread our teachings outside the island, but things quickly grow complex, and one must tread carefully. Other tribes have a tendency to jump to conclusions. That's why Sanctism has gathered many believers. And now we are scorned as the masked tribe. That is who we are, forever in our history.
All right.
Pleased to hear it.
It may be worth telling you more. Next time I'll tell you about our basic doctrine if the chance comes.
All right then. Let's head there right away.
And we're going to talk to him again.
What to do?
God, I am grateful.
So, we
Hello
meet
there,
again.
we meet again. Are you still interested in Mistari? If so, then I'd be delighted to tell you more about
What do you
us.
think?
I see.
Well then, today I'll detail more of the faith we believe in.
Long ago.
God's messengers ruled over existence. When they perished, they conferred a holy relic onto the world. This holy relic exists to this day and has been passed down for generations within our tribe as a divine object that represents God himself. We believe that only they who wield the divine relic, the instrument of God, can truly receive the authentic teachings. One of our teachings tells us to devote our entire being to what we hold most dear. Even now, its core tenet our priestess strives to embody.
All right.
Pleased to hear it.
I believe I've told you all I can, but we Mistari all live over. We Mistari live all over, hiding out in various places. If you're interested, you might try lending an ear to these other Mistari.
It would seem the disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty?
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
Certainly a
Hold
criminal.
on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
Maria, where are you?
You're kidding.
Where could Maria have gone? Oh no.
Whatever.
Maria? Oh, you mean that kid? Yeah, I saw her earlier. Really, where was she headed? Stairs north of Sunshade Row. You know, but the general store? They look to be running an errand, though. General store. We might find someone else who saw her if we head there.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is all right.
Hey, listen.
How to handle this. Sorry, but...
Hello.
Hey!
Say, we're looking for the little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be the half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. She was muttering Papa, looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria. Could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral?
You sound like a dad.
Ridiculous. I'm out of ideas.
What should I do? What's going on?
Well then, if you say
This is all right. And I wind up here.
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk on the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets.
Huh? Why?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
Don't worry.
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
My ideal world, people believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
I'm not awake enough for this.
Sorry. I'm not awake enough for this.
Anyone ever called you too honest?
No.
That book. Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
You want to read it?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We have a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. Ah! What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan that we can take action. As an Elder, I'm going to outcast in this city. I think this gives an advantage to here.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks would be dangerous if I'm found out and Lugo is dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I do.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grace's journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes.
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Oh, familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That's the plan.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa. You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin, you can be sure of that. Besides, Didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. I want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he has a big head.
Maybe this criminal has a really big head?
Come on, that's a stretch. And if he had a gigantic head, you'd think they'd mention it in the contract.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain from Atira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? He's some infamous criminal. Why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hide somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We want to help. We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Oh, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you're actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne. Oh, the audacity of you. That's Rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as king? The idea makes me sick to my stomach. The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of a great age, one with years of experience. Don't start school children like you and Luis dare to. It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer. So struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too.
Hey!
Hey, would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heisme? Heisme? You sure you can handle that? You can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. You're an odd one, alright. Either that or you're just green. Head to Martira. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
Okay, we've got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Opening ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow.
Let's rest.
Should probably stay inside and rest today. Alright.
Good night.
Can I come in?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Well, you're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
You don't have to worry.
It's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
When you got me thrown out?
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo. Far beyond the
She has huge eyes. Like, massive. She looks just like Maria's model in Shadow the Hedgehog.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action.
All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition.
It's Lex Luthor if he was a Jack and Daxter character.
Have in this race. Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering? Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Blast, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner? It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That
feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Finally got out of Grand Trad. Jesus. And they're standing out more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest, but I consider this part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Well, what's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run along the main road then? Then others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. And let's have some coordinates for the little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a ways south. Okay.
This place here.
Wow!
Yeah, okay, Martira. Here it is. Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs? Oh, I'd say that'll be about 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. Surely the roads be safer at that kind of speed. Jolly good. Now, since those britches, chaps, full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castle Town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Noble District Underhaul.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. The Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the value runner alone.
Look, this runner... It is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Rhylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
Perfect.
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
All the runner has various areas for different activities. The strategy room, the lounge, the kitchen. You also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with them. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around your...
Oh,
right
yeah?
there. I've never been in the Gauntlet Runner. Kind of want to see what the engine room is like. It's a pristine Clearwater Morricone meat. Wonder who left it here. I can use these for cooking. Machine does laundry handmade by the nurse. Seems there's nothing within it at the moment.
Got it.
So?
Got it.
Incredible!
Hey!
You really?
Damn. Got it.
This?
What makes this thing run? First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Well, that scared me. Looks like the pipe's in here too. Call the runner phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you take your life into your hands and you travel through these wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the gauntlet runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast, made for zero momentum loss even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl as a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. You'll be able to continue toward your destination while spending time in the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and allies. Eating prepared meals can give your party with various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. If you made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary experiment masterpiece. There's some ingredients here. Maybe the Nurse went shopping? What screenwriting is that? There's some notes here about new potential recipes. This book appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey to a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that'll really expand the mind. Want to read it over together by the window? If I read this book, I may gain more imagination.
Actually?
To be honest with you, I've realized something. There's so many things in this world which very simply I don't understand. Same here.
That's right.
You relate, huh? There's so much one needs to see firsthand to comprehend. Hey, I know this time we're traveling together for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. Sounds like fun.
Right.
Yes, let's. I don't know where we go, but I'm looking forward to it already. Of course, if I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? You already helped me plenty.
What?
Really? Aw, hearing that makes me happy. Especially since I don't have anything to do more than keep you satisfied. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. A place other than this really exists I'd like to visit someday. I like my imaginations expand after conjuring up various ideas together.
All right.
Still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
At night, the vast wilderness outside of town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While in the encampment, you may use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try! Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night, so I want to spend some time with relaxing with someone.
Yep.
Hey.
Looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're gonna get. I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination.
Now then.
So next up is Martira. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived at the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the northern fortress to awaken a mysterious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past.
Speaking of,
I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Well, they had no allies.
What's that about?
oh, I see.
Try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there. I felt my imagination grow as Stroll and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
Come on now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dudes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But, just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nurse? We'll arrive in Martira in 2 days, huh? Whenever you use the toilet during Idle's Day on the runner, your luck will increase by 1 and it doesn't take up any time. What? By riddling myself of unwanted waste, I feel I've gained something new. You gain stats by taking a shit? What? Oh my god. Well, time to read that diary.
What's that?
He stared up at the heavens. There, a sparkle in the azure firmament caught his eye. The moon? At midday? No. Despite its cold, stony glow, there was no moon nor star. There were those who said it was the corpse of an ancient, indomitable dragon. Others said it was a pavilion in the sky, erected by Empyrean beings.
Oh, yeah?
So he sees a strange light shining in the sky. The way it's written, I feel like this light is meant to be the key to the new world or something. What do you think the light is? The remains of a dragon or a pavilion built by Empyrean beings? The pavilion.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, there's something dreamlike about people who live in the sky, isn't there? Think they have wings?
Now then.
I am now inspired.
Imagination.
This is one of the virtues a world must possess. No, I have imagination. Dream a fantastic dream. If true sovereignty is thy inspiration, furnish thyself with the creativity to bring the ideal world of thy thoughts to fruition. A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. I know this new world is just fictional, but I'd want to visit it if it were a real place. There's still more left to read this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
I say,
Ahoy! Break time, chums! There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Should we get a closer look? The Tree of Prophecy. Wow, it's so pretty. It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future, and how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I am sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, then that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nurse pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Nurse, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed all the safety to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. I received Norris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and can accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there!
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey. We can tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely! Gallica is the most Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight to my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turning our attention to the tree, I've heard that it had tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. It took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
We'll be in Martyr the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martyr is. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. And I've returned. Okay, let's see. You're gonna fight coming up tomorrow. We're gonna equip your main archetypes now. Oh, better do that then.
What now?
Oh, already did. Good.
Well met.
I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I have no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Hulkenberg? This power we've awoken to. I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? I think it's cool.
Certainly. I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not even the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also hence why it is so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long? The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence in maintaining our food reserves. Hulkenberg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination has increased.
All right.
It's getting quite late. We have a ways to go yet, so I'd very much like to continue chatting with you. Hulkenberg and I talk for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign!
Hey, your art makes you look even worse.
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
As if they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
Stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Well, they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So it is a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Glodell cannot match Godot's firepower.
The plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can he afford to abandon Glodell if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Glodell a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Glodell. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cornland woman. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Thor and his monks have boarded the deck. Sounds like he knows magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's much more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
He does that!
You gotta aim better than that!
Know your place. Peasants!
Me! Maybe not.
What could you hope to achieve?
Kneel before him!
Damn it!
He knows we can't attack
With
him.
blade in hand!
Toying with us.
Oh, shards of ice!
Falkenberg got them right
Now,
in their weak
what's the
spot.
play?
You can't run!
I'll show you the essence of truth. Freeze!
You hit their weakness.
Is everyone all right?
That's your opening, Captain.
I see you!
I shall fight as the noble I am. No, not this.
Give me your aid!
Something else.
No holding back!
Perhaps not.
Cease your resistance.
Hold back!
No.
Quick! If you act now, you can exploit their weakness.
Ice!
Witness the power of sanctism! What could you hope to achieve?
Take this!
Oh, please!
Come! This won't do. Join with me!
Coordination is key!
Roar with right!
Treat yourself before God. No holding back! Oh, healing light!
That helped.
Behold
Let's go.
my power!
Freeze!
Hit their wishes!
Observe the enemy.
That's your opening, Captain!
Not now.
Let us fight as one!
I'm counting on you!
Resistance is futile! More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother. Sanctism will reign!
Stroll! They've sacked
Ruler!
their defenses!
What a mess. Ah!
I'll crush you!
Right on target!
I'll come forth, royal soul!
Ice! Hit their wishes!
Sworn
That's
oath
your
of
opening,
knighthood.
Captain!
Freeze!
We've got them right
No,
in the
Are you
spot.
prepared?
peasants! Witness me, brethren!
Freeze!
Grim state!
For all that we strive for!
Damn you! Sanctism will
Only
reign!
a flesh wound. This is nothing.
Sanctism will reign!
Brace yourselves!
Stroll!
I call upon royal power within! You'll be dust!
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you lived to see another day.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
I'd know those suspensions anywhere. You had Caden Workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Oh fuck, there he is.
Luis.
My Lord Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady June is safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm a candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Murdering you.
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Yeah, he's asking why I became a candidate. You should respond. To become king.
Hey, I know you want to get this right, but this is no time to get lost in thought.
We're bound to complete secrecy when it comes to the prince. Should I really share
The
that?
more you hesitate, the more...
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
I don't think it is.
It doesn't sound like nothing.
Ah, no hiding it from you, is there? No, it's just the old runner. She runs like a dream, you see, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you seen one?
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into Camaro when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
An old adventurer Neurus once knew is living in Camaro, a village near Martira. He would tell us more about a relic he once showed Neurus. We left Neurus, who dissolves into doom and gloom again, and we headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So we'll arrive in Martira this evening, then. Good. Soon we will be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. apologies. I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is a tyrant.
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine.
I love her little
Exquisite.
eating face portrait. It's cute.
Completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
Fucking try it. Rich flavors are bursting in my mouth. It's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
I mean, my favorite food is basically a sea bug, so what's the difference?
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
I guess we're going.
Here's where we are now. It's your call.
There's a runner.
Let's see here.
That's the giant sandworm's
Let's
nest.
see here. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's save this town together.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those words. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You
I
must
love
have
reading
gotten used to
portraits.
eating
It's so
anything
funny.
you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I had such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're gonna meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? How many of those
What
damn
now?
things do I have? Seven. Okay, so I have all of them. All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martyr is a fine city indeed, which makes this Heismay's offenses all the more damning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. The expelled from the order is one thing, but he'll be stripped of his knighthood. We're not surprised that the man's given him to spare.
Pleasure to see you.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I'm going to end the stream shortly.
It's gorgeous
Wow,
out.
what beautiful weather. I think I might have overslept.
Hold on.
Where is everybody?
Let's hurry.
Yeah, I went to Cregan Castle ahead of us. Apparently we can get there by climbing the stairs at Stairstone Market.
To shine this out. Time to shine this out.
People, hello there.
Here for some water? You won't find a more refreshing drink anywhere else.
An elder candidate? No. What'll I do here?
What do you want? You're interested in the rock with all the faces? Here's the King's Rock.
What if?
I see.
I see.
The prior said that stones appeared around the world and they weren't wrong. That means wherever we are, we'll be able to know the rankings. That's handy.
Oh.
First is Ford and second is Luis. The support they've earned is kind of overwhelming. Even after a human rampage in front of the Grand Cathedral, Luis is still strong. Following is still as strong as ever. If anything, he's more popular. Just goes to show how dissatisfied the people were under the previous king. If we don't handle this smartly, Luis could very well end up king. No, we could have stopped that from happening at least. I'm sure Ford's gonna be making a move too.
Thou. 'Tis in thy hands now.
Due to the king's magic, the faces of the highest ranking candidates have appeared on gigantic stones called coronation rocks, which have appeared throughout the land. Interact with them to see who's on top. An amount of mag equal to the people's faith in the protagonist will accumulate at the coronation rocks. You can collect a day's worth of accumulation at once. The higher the protagonist's popularity, the more mag there is to collect. Be proactive in resolving people's requests to gain popularity.
Yep.
Oh, anyone. I've awaited you.
You've all come. Fantastic. Lady Joanna's waiting inside. Let's go right now, if that's all right.
Aye. Yes.
Please come this way, then.
May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We'll let you down.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you. 'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support. Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects. Yes, Lady Joanna. Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heismay? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Everyone out to gather information. We should ask around too.
Boy.
Oh, you there? Can I talk to you for a bit? Heard you were going to catch that Heismay for us. And I just wanted to give you my thanks. You see, my wife, she's one of the people that have gone missing.
My thanks to you.
I don't know if I can be of any help to you, but please, if there's anything I can do, just say the word. Do you know what the giant sandworms? Ah, unfortunately, no. I do not much about them, I'm afraid. Sorry I can't be of help. You'll ask the others around, though. The shopkeepers might know more.
All good.
Really? That's the Steerstone Market, right? Let's try asking around there.
Welcome.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm also out of meat for today.
So, hey.
No, you're not. Oh, no, that's okay. We're after information more than meat today. You don't know anything about the giant sandworm, do you? Only that it's dangerous. When I go out hunting, I give him a wide berth. Wow, impressive you go out there alone. Still, do you know anyone who might know something? Let's see now. You might try asking that fellow by the armor shop. He's got quite a fondness for giant sandworm larvae. Low energy woman.
All right then.
What'll I do here?
What is it?
Giant sandworm? We Martyrans love our edible grubs, but we're a bit indifferent to their inedible partner, parents, whatever. Larvae is my personal favorite, but I know a little about them before I make it to the kitchen. Who may know more about them? I can't recall any. Oh wait, hang on, I just thought of someone.
Right.
There was a merchant yesterday at the tavern boasting he'd gotten real close to the sandworm's den. If that's true, it'd be quite the feat. Maybe he's still in town?
Nice.
That's some good info. Maybe this merchant's still nearby. Let's ask around Thoroughfare Square.
An elder candidate? No.
More people. I can hardly think on it.
Ugh, this headache. I am well and truly destroyed. Nasty little hangover this. Blimey, I'm embarrassed just thinking about yesterday. Why the hell I go and do something like that?
More
people missing. More people missing.
All right then.
An elder candidate? Wait! No. Must have got that wrong.
More people missing.
You! Listen here, if I'm just saying this real good, alright? You never know when the kidnapper's gonna show up. So if you're gonna lie down by your eyes, man, go somewhere safer. Even you wouldn't like getting kidnapped, I'll tell you that much.
Now what am I to do?
Look at the tired man.
Now what am I to do?
Just a sec.
Now what am I to do? Good.
They say I heard about you. They're saying you came all the way from Grand Tre to take down Heisme. Waiting for someone like you, someone with real guts. Hey, you interested in letting me test your courage in the truest sense? I think you'd really fly. What's with this guy? To be honest, he doesn't seem like he'd be helpful gathering information.
Are they gonna kidnap me too?
More people missing.
I can hardly think on it.
Yes?
Giant sandworm? Sorry, young man, don't know anything about it. What I do know is the next few days worth of bad weather. If you're interested, stop by. Bad weather? That might affect our travel at all? Once we got things figured out, maybe we should go talk to the seer again.
More people missing.
All right then.
What do you want to know?
You're at the tavern. What's your business with me?
Excuse me.
Looking for a merchant. Want to know something about the giant sandworm yesterday? Oh, that guy from last night. Yeah, he was blathering so loud you heard him wherever you wanted to or not. You know what he said? Why don't you ask him yourself? I know your next question is plain as day, but where is he? I'm this town's informant, you see. I can tell you where that merchant is, among other things. But information isn't free, so how's 150 reef sound?
Thank you kindly.
Just like I knew you would. Now then, a deal's a deal. It's the Ishki in front of the fountain, just there. He drank so much yesterday at the tavern he's practically taking a bath. Now he's hungover.
I'm out of ideas.
More people.
I can hardly think on it.
You got business with me? You sure you got pretty close to the giant sandworm's den? How'd you manage to do that and live to tell the tale? Ugh, right. Tell you the truth, I didn't get that close to it. I just found the giant sandworm husk. That was it. And at the bar I was excited and, well, pretty drunk. Anyway, at some point the story turned into me waltzing right up to the sandworm, staring it down, and I, regret that now.
No good.
Great, no one seems to have any information. It's almost sunset, too. Let's meet at the tavern for now. I'll go gather everyone else.
Not a scrap. I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
I'm gonna end the stream when I can control my character tomorrow.
Tis far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You there. Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Yeah, he has a portrait.
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm, and the wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight around here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past them. Heismay might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heismay anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
With this information we can.
That information is all we needed. Thanks for the help.
Good luck out there. And don't worry, no charge for the advice, eh? Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Understood. But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? No danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sandflash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworms' territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Nearest.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh?
This thing just reacted. What's this?
Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start.
For a moment, it was like the light was blinding.
Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
He rested inside the gauntlet runner for today at Nearest's request.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's almost July.
Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
That thing in the gauntlet runner?
Are you talking about that thing inside the gauntlet runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the gauntlet runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your gauntlet runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling? Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
What?
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
I wonder if this is the teleportation magic Moore was talking about.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom-made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Maybe I am.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but what do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
Can you really use this teleportation magic? I'll just have to try. Alright, well I'm gonna stop the stream here.
What now?
Just when I thought I got out of Grand Trad, I'm literally teleported back. Alright, thanks guys for coming out. If you like the stream, give me a follow here on Twitch and MugiwaraJM, all one word except for I'm not, which is Mugiwara_Jam and MugiwaraJM on Facebook. If you want to see more gaming content from me, check out Super Bonus Round, my Let's Play channel I do with my friends. We're currently going through Shadow the Hedgehog, Persona 3 Reload, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, as well as some other stuff that's coming down the line. Alan Wake 2 will be back soon, as well as some other playthroughs that are coming around. If you want to see more content, you can also check out my One Piece podcast that I do with Jab Peanut. We go through the One Piece manga every 2 weeks, and he has never read One Piece before, so it's been really interesting to go through about 5 or 6 chapters every other week. We also review the movie and specials and the Netflix show when there's time to do so. And if, I have another podcast project starting soon, so stay tuned to Super Bonus Round for all that. Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for some Tales of Graces, and then I'll come back to this on Thursday. I am really getting into this now. I cannot wait to play more, but you guys like when I rotate games, so Graces need some attention too. Alright, catch you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.